everyone, this is Ayushi Verma from Investor Learn Academy and I welcome you all to this channel. In the last video, we talked about the industry analysis where we talked about the Porter's 5 forces model, Pestler analysis and SWOT analysis. In SWOT analysis, we had covered a small part of the company analysis, but in today's video, we will understand in detail what is company analysis, the factors affecting company analysis, and how do we evaluate the company's fundamentals and risk associated with different companies. Company analysis refers to the process of evaluating a company's profitability, profile, and products or services. Company analysis is a part of the fundamental analysis and it is generally used by the investors. It incorporates basic company information such as the mission statement, goals, and values. To evaluate a company, the core elements, operations, and functions are analyzed. The reports from the analysis of various aspects of the firm put together the big picture of its corporate quality. The SWOT, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat approach, can be used to determine an industry's or firm's current and probable future position in its respective industry. Now, there are various factors affecting company analysis. These factors are categorized into qualitative factors and quantitative factors. The qualitative factors take into consideration the business model, competitive advantage, management, corporate governance, etc. Under business model, we need to see what the company does, what does it sell along with the prices at which it sells. Competitive advantage shows the uniqueness of the company from its peers. Management and corporate governance generally go hand in hand, and as we know that the management is the people who are driving the company. There are a few ways for you to get to know about the management. The first is the conference calls. A company hosts usually on the quarterly basis. The first portion of the call is management, basically reading of the financial results. What is really interesting is the question and answer portion of the call. This is when the line is open for all the people, analysts, to call in and ask management direct questions. Answers here can be revealing about the company growth prospects. The second way is to read about the management discussion and analysis. A company will compensate executive with a combination of cash, stocks, and options. It is a positive sign that members of the management are also shareholders. In quantitative factors, we will understand the company's financials like balance sheet, profit and loss statements, cash flow statements, etc. The next question arises, how do we evaluate the company's fundamentals? First, start with initial stock screening. There are over 7,000 stocks listed on the Indian stock exchanges. If you start reading the financials of all these companies, then it might take years to complete. A better approach is first to shortlist a few good companies based on the few criteria, and then to study these green companies one by one to pick the one that suits you the best. For the initial screening of the stocks, you can use various parameters like financial ratios, market capitalization, promoters holding, products or service demand, etc. Second, understand the company. A simple way to understand the company is to visit the website. One can check its about us, products, promoters, board of directors, pages, etc. You can also go through the mission and vision statement of that company. Further, if you can find the annual report of the company, you can download and read it. This report will give you the in-depth detail about the company, understand the products and services and vision of the company, its business model, competitive strength, capital structure, earnings, etc. Third, understand the company's financials. Once you have understood the company, the next you need to check the financials of the company like balance sheets, profit and loss statements, cash flow statements, etc. We will have detailed videos on these statements. You can keep watching our channel to get more updates. As a thumb rule, revenue, sales, net profit margin increasing for the last 5 years can be considered a healthy sign for the company. After that, you also need to check the other financials like operating cost, expenses, assets, liabilities, etc. Fourth, check the debt and red flags. A company can't perform well and reward its shareholders if it has a huge debt. They have to repay the debt and also pay interest on the borrowed money before anything else. In short, avoid companies with huge debts. As a thumb rule, always invest in companies with a debt to equity ratio of less than 1. In addition, other red flags in the company can be continuously declining profit, margin, low liquidity, and pledging of shares. Fifth, Find the company's competitors. It is always good to study the peers of the company before investing. There are various parameters like USP, competitive advantage, low-cost products, brand value, any upcoming projects, new plan, etc. can be seen when doing competitor analysis. 6th point, comparative analysis and analyze the future prospects. Financial statements of 2 or more firms may be compared to find out which one is more suitable for the investments. This is known as inter-firm comparison. Similarly, there may be inter-period comparison, that is comparison of the financial statements of the same firm over a period of years, known as trend analysis. This is also known as horizontal analysis, since each accounting variable for 2 or more years is analyzed horizontally. Inter-firm or inter-period comparisons are very much facilitated by the preparation of the comparative statements. Ratio analysis is one of the best ways to look for the comparative analysis. To understand this, we have dedicated a lot of videos which will be coming in the next few videos. Now let's talk about the risk associated with different businesses. First, operating risk. There are many possible problems that a company may face as a part of the normal business, including machinery breakdown, the entry of the new competitors, price wars, input cost increases, adverse economic conditions, lost customers, and more. Second, political risk. This varies by country but relates to the potential that the government could gain power and implement adverse economic policies such as tax increases, new regulations, asset nationalizations, and other initiatives. Third, currency risk. Companies operating in multiple countries run the risk that increases and decreases in currencies relative to each other could impact the company's revenue or cost structure and may increase or reduce the earnings power of foreign operations in terms of the home currency. Fourth, legal risk. This relates to the possibility that the company could be sued. This particularly appears in sectors where there can be disputes over patents, intellectual property, which could lead to significant damage efforts or injunctions against doing businesses. Fifth, insolvency risk. In difficult times, companies with high debt levels can find themselves unable to meet their obligations to have enough financing to meet their day-to-day obligations. To determine the financial strength of the company, there are a number of ratios that an investor can analyze. These ratios could be debt to equity ratio, times earned ratio, current ratio, etc. So in this video, we have seen the introduction to company analysis. In the upcoming videos, we will understand this analysis in detail. So till then, be safe and happy learning.